Okay, so first of all, I want to say how ironic it is that I told you guys I was going to help you with my hair and makeup, and I look like this today. So this is real. We were stuck out in the rain and the humidity, so this is real life. This is how my hair looks sometimes. But I did want to say that, first of all, good vibes. I'm here for good vibes today. But what I do want to talk about today is co-parenting. So I've been divorced for about 7 years, and my ex and I, in the initial start of the divorce and separation, we fought. It's inevitable. You're gonna fight because you're still bitter about the thing ending. I get it. But I think the key for an awesome co-parenting relationship is to just stop the fighting. You guys got divorced or broke up or separated, whatever, so you don't have to fight anymore. So stop fighting. Number one rule. You're going to tell me, well, they fight with me. Carrie, they fight with me. I get it. But here's the one rule, a thing about fighting. If you don't engage with them, if you don't fight back, they're not going to fight with themselves, so it'll be over. So as soon as you see it going left, walk away, stop texting, hang up the phone, say you gotta go, be done. That's number one. Number two is to be honest. So inevitably when you're selling your home or separating your things, you're going to come across things that are really entitled to them, whether it's money, whether it's CDs, whether it's whatever, birthday cards that they got from their grandma, whatever. Just be honest and do what you need to do with it, whether it's split it in half, give it to them, whatever it is. It's not worth fighting over. It's not, so see rule number one, it's not worth fighting over, and just give it to them. And because you know what's going to happen inevitably is you're going to find something, or they're going to find something that is yours, or they're going to get a check and they're going to be like, oh, I remember when she told me that, I was owed this money, so I'm going to just call her and let her know that I have half of this money for her. So it'll just work out awesome that way. Rule number three, which really should be rule number one because I feel so strongly about this, but inevitably you are going to date after you separate, break up, divorce, whatever. And perhaps you're going to go a little wild and you're going to hook up a bunch. Also fine. I'm not here to judge. But please do not have your children around every random that you pick up at a bar, barbecue, restaurant, church, whatever. Do not have your children around these people. Because, one, I just don't think it's a good look. I think that your kids need to be around people that you're serious about. I don't think that they need to meet every Joe Schmo that you meet or think is cute or looks good in a pair of jeans. They don't need that. They need stability. They need to know that you're there, and they're still adjusting too to the separation, divorce, breakup too. So like to kind of put this person in their face right away, it's a lot, and it's a really messy situation, so I just don't recommend it. Number two is I just think that your children will kind of get attached to these people, and they're already, again, they're dealing with seeing their dad or mom every day. They don't need this other person to come in and kind of confuse things or complicate things. Another thing that I would think is not a great idea is also like, you don't know this person. Like, yeah, sure, you can go have fun with them and do whatever, but you don't know like their beliefs, their soul, their families, their friends. You don't know all of that. So you're bringing this person into their life that maybe doesn't have the same belief system that you do. And they're fun for a night or a couple nights or whatever, but the real nitty-gritty core of this person, you don't know that yet. So to bring them around your kids, it's not a healthy situation and can end badly. So for all that reason, and I think the fourth thing, or I don't even know what number I'm on right now, but it shows them a weird relationship. They have a false sense of relationships, and they're gonna not really understand how relationships work because they're just gonna think, okay, well, I'm on to the next thing, and they never will heal themselves from it. And they'll just think that they're constantly going to need somebody around, and just it's like a revolving door. And so I just think that it's probably best to, you know, set a rule, even if it's just within your own head. Like my ex and I had a rule that it had to be 6 months that you had to be with the person. Now I'll tell you, I dated people for longer than 6 months after he and I broke up, before I got with my current husband. But I knew there wasn't a future with them. So I was like, well, I'm not bringing them around my kids if there's no future. So it has to be like, you have to have your own reasoning. Like, okay, it's 6 months, but there's like a addendum to that, because it could be 2 months or, you know, 2 years, and you still are like, meh, I don't really want them to meet my kids. Like, I'm not ready. So it has to feel right to you, and you have to feel like they're gonna stay around. Inevitably, I mean, you could break up, that's fine, but you were together for 6 months, a year and a half, and then you gave it a try. But I also think that you might even want to do a little bit longer if that person has kids. Because so what if your kids don't really like the person you're dating? Fine, but they could really like their kids. So now they have a friend, and now you're like, okay, well, guess what? Now you can't be friends with that kid anymore, because now I'm not dating his dad or her dad anymore. So I think it's really important for you to really know who you're dating and really have that connection with them and really feel like it's going somewhere before you just throw your kids into the mix, because your kids are a package deal with you. So it's like, if you want, you know, they're not going anywhere. You could love this person and like them a lot and whatever, but if they don't get along with your kids and your kids don't like them, they're out. Sorry, my kids don't like you, you're done. We're not going to stay around and try to figure it out and just not have you around the kids. That's not going to work for me. So, you know, that's, I think, important. But it's the biggest rule is the respect. Like, you have to have respect for your ex. It didn't work out. Get over it. Like, my ex and I will say, we were a really bad husband and wife. Like, we didn't get that part right. But the friendship has always been there, and it'll always be there. We started out as friends. And so we never lost sight of the friendship part. It's just we sucked at the husband and wife part. I mean, it happens, right? But we also ended it before it was bitter. We were like, you know what? It's not working. He's like, it's not working. He's like, we could try to go to therapy, but I really just think our personalities just don't mesh together. So we just ended it. So I guess my key to thinking, you know, again, people joke with us. They're like, you guys should have a class on how to have a healthy divorce, because we don't know how we did it. It just kind of organically happened. But I think we did follow some of these rules, or all of these rules that I'm stating to you, and it helped us. And I mean, I can see plenty of people that I are friends with, my family members, that don't have that, and I can understand why. I hear different things and I'm like, I know what would change that. But again, people are stubborn and people don't want to listen to what I'm saying. I hope that they do, though, because I'm putting this out here for people to listen to what I'm saying. But I'm not an expert. I didn't go to school. I didn't do any of these things. I just lived it. And I know what works. And obviously, you know what's going to work between you and your ex. And some of you are going to say, it will not work. We will not ever get along. It will. It'll get easier. I promise. It's just, it's raw. The person's not really over you. You're not over them. Whatever it might be. But it will happen. You just have to be open to it. So if you have anything you guys want to talk about, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, put them down below, and then I'll make a video and we'll have a little rap session. We'll figure some stuff out. I actually have a Facebook page, Moms Are Thugs. It's a group. And one of the girls actually asked a question because she's struggling with taking the binky away. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. So she got other moms' advice, and you know, she's feeling better about it, I hope. So just let me know. Drop it down below. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.